Good. We're, one of the networks is only going to be here until 3:15. Hey, Matt.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
You as always.
Always.
What is it, 13? They're running behind?
Hi, man. I'm sorry? Well, we have 12 like Okay. I promise you. We'll be done
Be
before
happy
4.
to meet you. Oh, I know. You probably don't have that much to say.
No, we have a little. A little.
Just ready for channel 13 or something?
No, I didn't ask you what.
You're good. Nothing else for 14? Okay, thank you, sir. All right.
I'm Rosanna. I saw you on Saturday.
Yes,
And everything
yes,
was going
yes.
down. That's what you said. You wanted to use my car. I had one. I would take it, but I know Sherry's great.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's pretty well got
Oh, is that Sherry?
Yeah, that's
oh,
Sherry.
Okay, nice to meet her in person. Thank you.
Sherry wasn't really in charge. No, not at all. M-I-C-H-E-L-E?
It is M-I-C-H. How are you guys doing?
They should have been here all day, like, we thanks, Casey. You wanted to stop. All right.
Yeah, let's do it, please. You mind, Tom? No, not at all. Hey, Sheriff, you want to go? When he's doing it, we'll have to do a picture. Do that. Sweet. Yes, sir. Let me call you. Hello?
Hey, Steve, I'm just checking on you, see if you're in round. I said, this is the sheriff. I'm just checking on you, see if you're in round.
No, they definitely had their meeting.
Where are you at? I can tell you what it's telling you. You're actually,
They've got a lot of guys out there.
Good to know.
What are you with 13? Who are you with? Thank you. All right. You bet. Yeah, you're all right. It is 13. We're waiting. Well, remember that. 13 was late.
Hi, I'm Rosanna. I'm with the Athlete Shelter. Nice to meet you. I think I've met you in person. You've been on crime scenes, right? Okay, then I've definitely met you in person. I never forget things. I know. I said, you're Connor.
How are you, Matt Hollis? Local newspaper. Are you the gentleman speaking? I am. Ed? Michelle. Patriots? Right. Yeah, good. They wouldn't even let me go. It's true. I tried to go to the Super Bowl, had it here in Houston. They let me go everything up to the Super Bowl. Man, they let me go. I'll be picking off. These guys wouldn't have had anything.
I didn't know anything. It's like a bell. Join it in the video. Yeah, exactly. I love it. Actually, I'm going to give her
Two more questions.
Make sure the FP's. Did you notice that? I've got a pretty slick. Yeah, I did notice that. And you probably bought this for it, isn't it? Yeah, at some level. I definitely did. They just forgot to get me one. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, they're right on. he told me. I know where he said 3:15. I said, well, because I know the county, so I know exactly. Tell me where you're at, and I'll tell you where you're lying. No. They were. No, but dice que más ahí. Oh, but porque el 13 no está de. It's going to be a couple more minutes, folks. Por eso, pero si no pasa. No, pero voy a poner otro tweet. Eso no queda grabado, ¿no? No, bueno, lo voy a hacer. So much for your 4 o'clock. And mine.
Oh, you're 4 too?
We should put whoever in is from Channel 13 to do our live show.
They can edit it. But I'm afraid what it might look like.
You can try to
I
put it
mean,
in. What do you have it over there on 290? Do you have a place for streams? Hello? Hello?
We'll make this happen.
You can come and do ours.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
It's our anniversary.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, the engine's got a lot of...
Again.
Although I did try to create this masterpiece today for Morning Girl, and I went into Keith Carey's office and wanted to shoot
Oh,
it.
Are they all in?
I didn't bring my spare.
You have to have a...
I know this one.
No, actually, here's even a better example. It's on a fire truck chassis. You need a fire example. You need it? Yeah.
I'm I mean, it's about to be on my I know I'm impressed. I know I'm impressed.
Oh, you're loaded. Otherwise, Connor has to be out here watching it all the time. Right there, be coming downhill on the way. Yes, sir.
4 minutes, you better be coming down the hill or we're going to start.
3 actually.
I'm like, that's got to be the best steak.
Don't point over.
We're talking about the best tacos in Anahuac.
Oh, yeah. Gas station right on the corner they are. And there's one by the little grocery store.
All right, we're going to get started.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. Folks, once again, I'd like to introduce FBI Assistant Special Agent in Charge Ed Michel, ED space Michel, and Chambers County Sheriff Brian Hawthorne. Brian, common spelling, Hawthorne, Hawthorne. They will be speaking about the evidence recovery and their part in assisting the NTSB with this investigation. Gentlemen.
You want me to go first?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, good afternoon. I'm Brian Hawthorne, the Sheriff of Chambers County. Not a lot has happened since we spoke to you last, but I will tell you that at approximately 2 o'clock today, we were fortunate in one of the canine cadaver dogs was successful in having another human remains discovery. So we will not be able to identify, obviously, these remains until it goes through the protocol of the DNA, but we are excited anytime we have the ability. It gets us maybe a little closer to recovering our third body. With that, I will take any quick questions and I'll turn it over to Ed Michel, and we'll answer any questions we can in with it, what we have control over. So a lot of the NTSB stuff, I would be guessing to tell you. I will tell you some of what I know just from the briefings they've given me if it's not something that's confidential.
What are the challenges specific to today? I know yesterday you had to postpone the search because of the weather, and today everyone's back out there.
That is correct. We've been really fortunate. It was supposed to be an 80% chance of rain. It was supposed to be thunderstorms all day today, but we have been able to actually work all day long, and we'll obviously, like I've said, we're going to have people out there 24/7.
Can you talk about the dredging process, when that will begin, what it'll entail, and the challenges that go along with that? How, the depth of the mud, what you guys are up against.
So I will tell you what I know. All right. So I have visited with the contractor that has been contracted to start the dredging process and recovering the aircraft, and
it's a very lengthy process. I will tell you that they're just now starting to unload some of the equipment. They're starting to pick up some of the debris that is on the surface, obviously the debris that they can see. And there are a number of steps. After they get what's on the surface, they'll then start raking before they start dredging. So there's a number of different procedures in which this recovery group, and I'm not an expert in that, and I sure wouldn't want to elaborate any more than just what I've been briefed on.
Was the barge found? Like, what are you guys using in order to deal with this heavy equipment?
The contractor is bringing in equipment specialized for shallow water, and it's a barging system, and then they'll actually put equipment on top of it.
And then to follow up with the question that you had, so the FBI evidence response team is here through a memorandum of understanding with the NTSB to provide traditional as well as hazardous forms of evidence collection. And the goal of the evidence response team is to be able to collect that evidence in a timely, safe, and secure fashion, with the goal of having that evidence, if needed, to be presented in any court within the United States as well as the world as recognized experts.
How deep is the mud? Tell us a little bit about what you guys are anticipating as you dredge.
Sure. So this is a very unique and challenging environment. The evidence that we are going to collect is in water depths from a few inches to several feet. And it's entrenched in mud, so it's very difficult.
One person had described that the mud is like quicksand. Can you talk to me about how that creates a challenge when you're dealing with really heavy, big pieces of evidence, that debris?
Sure. So quicksand is a very good description of how it is. When you step off, you can go easily 1 to 2 feet inside the mud very quickly, and there's things inside and underneath that you can't see. As you can very well imagine, there's potentially sharp objects under there, so it can be an extremely hazardous situation.
And also with the pinging of the black boxes, you know, these boxes should be pinging, you're not hearing a signal. Does the mud play a role in that?
The mud could take and play a part with the interference of not only the signal but the acquisition of the signal itself.
And the black boxes are believed to be encased in mud.
We believe that they are here in the area, correct.
Can you talk to us about how the conditions are for crews? Who is out there right now? Is DPS's dive team still out there? Is HPD's dive team still out there? Is the U.S. Coast Guard there? Texas Park and Wildlife?
So I will tell you that the majority of what we're doing is more by sight and walking around. So the dive team that is here, that has been, and we're probably going to make some changes starting today, has been the Department of Public Safety dive team. But we have not been using them in a scuba diving role. All right, we've been using them as manpower who have a lot of experience in recovering. All right, but the water depth is not such that we're currently diving. So it's treacherous. It's very dirty. It's you know, it is. I mean, you can just imagine. So we relieved HPD and Baytown's teams, and we've got them on standby to use them because we still may need some dive recovery, but we're not real sure on that, and there's no sense in just putting them on standby here so they're at standby back in their jurisdictions.
Now, Sheriff, when we last talked with you, the debris field was about 3/4 of a mile long. Has that expanded?
I would have to say probably not. I don't know if you've seen any of the videos. One of the videos we'd posted on our Facebook, you can kind of get an idea. There are scattered pieces that may be a little farther out than what we have found some stuff, but we're also not sure whether it's from the tide. We've had 2 pretty hefty tides where the wind has blown the water back in, and it has moved some of the debris. So that's some of the challenges for us to determine actually where the debris, but the NTSB has pretty well found the 4 corners, as they call it, of the debris pattern, and it has not changed much.
Can you tell us about the stages of the recovery efforts and the investigation? Where are you guys now? What's next for you all?
So for the most part, we're on status quo of following what the NTSB is doing. We're still doing security on the site. We'll do security on the site until the NTSB is done. The FBI will have their evidence recovery team here, I'm sure, until either the NTSB or myself tell them that they're not needed. So obviously at this point we want the FBI to stay on the scene.
Two more questions, please.
The remains of the third person on board were recovered today.
No, that's not what I said. I said we discovered remains. So it will have to, all we know is that we believe it's human remains, and they were discovered by a canine.
So it
All right.
was part of human remains or a body?
Part of human remains. Okay.
So we don't know if...
That is correct. Yeah, it's not a body. Not a body. So
And were other, was debris from the plane also found today?
there's debris being found every day. I mean, we'll be finding debris for the next 3 weeks, I'm sure. So.
Still looking
Last
for more
question.
human remains?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we will not stop looking for the third body until we have that third body recovered.
So at this point, it's
All it is human remains. This was a tremendous impact. All right. That so the condition is obviously, you can understand that.
Thank you very much for your time. That's all the questions for now. At this point in time, I'd like to thank Sheriff Hawthorne and ASAC Michelle for coming. Any updates for events similar to this are going to come through the Chambers County Facebook page with the Sheriff's Office. Any investigative updates are still going to be coming through the NTSB Twitter handle or press releases. That Twitter handle is NTSB_newsroom. That's where they will be sending any investigative updates. Thank you so much for your time.